Hello. In this video, I would like to show you some of the electrical circuits that can be created in the MEPSketcher application. All right, so if you have the MEPSketcher application, you have the networks panel to the right. And as you can see, there is an electrical circuits discipline in there. And this is the section where you can manage your electrical circuits that are on the PDF. So there's already a few circuits on this PDF, but let me add a few new ones and show you how you can create them and manage them. So for that, we will first, of course, need a panel to which we will connect our electrical circuits. So let's go ahead and go to Equipment. And from the drop down, I am going to take this panel and I'll place it over here. All right, and let's also place a few sockets and lighting fixtures. So let's select terminal and let me search for the double socket. And there we go. All right, let's place a few of these, and you can rotate by hitting the space bar. A few over there. Let's put something over here. There we go. And let's add some lighting fixtures as well. So let's put some over there. All right, just putting them down real quickly so we can focus on the electrical circuiting part. All right, now if you select a terminal, so that's either a lighting fixture or a socket or whatever, and then go to the Circuits tab on the ribbon, you can see that there is a button called Create Circuit. Now before you do that, you can change the circuit type. So over here we have the circuit types. So these are the predefined circuit types, and you can also create your own if you want. So you can do that by clicking on the Edit Circuits type, and then you could add whatever you like and give it some basic properties. All right, so I am sticking to power and lighting, and then I will click on the Create Circuit button. And when you do that, you can see that on the networks panel, the unassigned circuit has appeared, and you can see that it has assigned it a circuit, and it gives it the name of the first terminal. And if you expand that, then you can see the actual terminal. All right, so let's go ahead and click on the Add to Circuit button. And when you do that, you can click on additional terminals to add them to the circuit. And as you can see, they all appear in the networks panel. All right, now we can cancel out of this for now, so I can show you that on the networks panel, you can click on the circuit and it will show the dashed lines to indicate which elements belong to the circuit, and you can also click on the elements themselves and then they will be selected on the PDF. And this also works the other way around. If you select an element on the PDF, it will select the element also in the network panel. Okay, well, let's continue. Let's connect this circuit to our panel. So if you select one of the elements, then it will switch to the Circuits tab, or you can select the circuit itself in the Networks panel, and then you can select Panel, and then just select the panel that you want to add. And as you can see, the dashed lines update, and it will show the circuit that is connected to the panel. In the Network tab, in the network panel, you can see that this is no longer unassigned, but it is connected to this panel. Now you can change the name So if you select the panel, it's got a panel name if you update that. So let's call this panel 1. And this will also update in the network panel. All right, you can also change the circuit name. So if you select the circuit, you can give it a different name. So let's say this is going to be lighting hallway, and this will update the name in the network panel as well. Okay, let's continue and let's add another circuit for the sockets. So select the terminal, go to circuits, click on create circuit, and let's add some sockets. There we go, and we can select the panel. There we go. All right, now you can see it's added the second circuit with the sockets. So let's change this and let's call it sockets meeting room outlets meeting room. Okay. Well, let's add one more circuit and let's do that for the emergency lighting. So if I select that, go to circuits, create, add. There we go, and select the panel. All right, there we go. Now, if you select the panel in the networks panel, you will see that it will display all the circuits that are connected to it, so you can get a nice overview of the entire area that the panel is connected to. And let's see over here. Let's rename this one and call it emergency lighting. All right. So this is the basic functionality where you can add circuits to the panel, and as you can see now we have a lighting circuit, a socket circuit, and a lighting circuit. Now what if you want to move some circuits around? Well, that's easy. You can just select it and change the circuit number. So if I want this to be circuit number 2, I can just do that, hit enter, and as you can see it will move, it will swap places with the circuit that was previously circuit number 2. So that's really easy to switch to swap elements, not elements, to swap circuits around. You can also add spares. So if you want to add a spare, just click on the add spare button and it will add a spare over there. And you can also move this around, so you can move this to 4 and then it moves the circuit. So that's really easy. Then finally we also have the option to add a circuit prefix per circuit. So if you select the circuit in the network panel, it's got a circuit prefix property. So if you fill that in, then you can see it will update. And there's also an edit circuits button to edit multiple circuits at the same time. So let's say I want to also update those, then I can do OK, and then, oh no, wait, not in the properties, but I do apply edits, and then you can update multiple circuit prefixes, or you can change multiple circuit types. All right, so let's apply it. And as you can see, it applies it to all the circuits. All right, so with this electrical circuits functionality, you can create and maintain all the circuits that you want directly on top of your PDF. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you have found this useful.